fellow humans. My name is Poppy, and as it's that time of year when people are kind of frantically buying music festival tickets, I thought I'd share my own experience of attending one last year with you guys. And no, the timing of this video definitely has nothing to do with severe procrastination. As the title of this video would suggest, I went on a little trip down to London to attend the 2021 edition of All Points East Festival. I spent the entire long August weekend with my friend Charlie, and naturally had to film everything I did. So here it is, all of the footage of my brief southern adventure wrapped into one. My weekend began on the Saturday, as most weekends do, with an unremarkable yet pleasant coach journey down to London. Sadly, quite a few people weren't wearing masks, but I managed to find a seat next to someone who seemed more vigilant than most, so all good there. The journey was over 5 hours long, so I couldn't help recording quite a bit, but it's hardly essential content, so I will just say it's pretty mad how similarly myself and the person in front of me were dressed. That's like the same font of outfit. Anyway, London. The big city. Some might say the biggest. Charlie met me at Victoria Coach Station, and since we were in the area and it was lunchtime, we popped into Nova and decided on a Wagamama meal. Here we are having a very real conversation and recording a little boomerang. And here's my seasonal salmon and glass noodle salad featuring Charlie's dance moves. Needless to say, it was all very tasty. And I finished it off with a rich vegan chocolate orange cake.
I'll let it simmer, yes. Shall I stop the recording?
Then I changed my top because I'm crazy like that. So, the Waggas has been consumed. I've freshened up in the bathroom and changed my top so that I'm good to go, I guess, and we'll do some touristy things now. Over lunch, we'd established I'd never seen Buckingham Palace, and because it was about 3 minutes away, we decided to check it out quickly before heading back. It was, unsurprisingly, very busy, but I remained hyped nonetheless. So of course we recorded more touristy bits. And once we were done there, we took a train to a place. And that's all the information you're gonna get on that. When we arrived at our destination, I met Charlie's adorable pet Cloud, and then we went for a wander, starting with the cemetery known for its population of goat-looking sheep.
We're doing a vlog now. We're gonna go see the goats.
I think I was a bit too cocky in assuming they'd be interested in me.
I got some of that sweet grass, mate.
So then we went to a field.
So you have to be careful of that. But yeah, isn't it cool? Like all the corn stuff?
Yeah.
I didn't realise it was gonna be this big.
And then we messed around in a playground for a while. The vibes were most certainly happy and good. After a long bout of frolicking, we made some pesto pizzas and slowly called it a day. On Sunday morning, the day before the festival, we began with the delightful task of lateral flow tests to ensure we were clean and safe to attend the event. If you're wondering, we were also already double vaxxed.
There it is.
That unpleasantness aside, we hopped back on a train and headed into the city centre once more. Here's some more very real conversation footage. Then it was time to face the famously busy underground. But unlike when I've been in the past, I wasn't overwhelmed because I could just follow Charlie's lead. The first spot we hit was Carnaby Street. Now, I had been here before, but years ago, so there's plenty of new stuff to behold, like this Sophie T art pop-up. The ground floor greeted us with a range of abstract nude paintings, and as we progressed further, we found this funky little box that they'd named the Nude Booth. Although we aren't quite that bold, and did keep our clothes on inside. As you can see, the place was literally made for mirror selfies. Once we'd seen all that the ground floor had to offer, we descended into the brightly coloured basement full of photoshoot stations, as well as this spinning wheel that told Charlie she's worthy, and told me I'm grateful? Sure, I guess? Yeah, grateful to be in such an aesthetically pleasing basement with such a lovely companion by my side. Let's go with that.
Nails and ass cheeks.
They do be though. Then we made an essential stop at the Lazy Oaf shop, longingly perusing their iconically quirky stock. And in fact, I did try some things on, but sadly nothing fit me quite right. Oh well, one day. There was no time to dwell, as we were headed to our next pop-up stop, the charity temporary tattoo studio created in support of ActionAid. Now I actually had a pretty lovely conversation with the woman who gave us our tattoos, but there was some music playing in the background and I ain't about that copyright strike life, so this'll have to do.
Thank you guys.
Et voila, the final results. Yes, we got matching ones. Of course we did. It's a serve and you know it. And best of all, it was for a good cause. So with our tattoo thirst quenched, it was time to address our more literal longing for liquid. And that's a really roundabout way of saying we got some drinks at the Carnaby Street Farm Girl, which is stationed above a Sweaty Betty shop. This is the Sweet 16 drink. I am not 16.
Copyright music.
When I was done chewing rose petals, we made our way to the photographer's gallery. Oh, there's Charlie having a browse. The basement area was full of nifty camera people things, but our attention was immediately drawn to the wall of film. There were loads of classics as well as a range of more quirky and experimental 35mm rolls. So basically, what I'm saying is, I caved and bought 2. And then we walked a little further till we found ourselves at 7 dials. There certainly were 7, and one of those dials led us to Neil's yard, a very colourful and plant-filled square indeed. Hey look, it turns out I can walk like a human too, and I did just that, all the way to 7 Dials Market. We entered via Cucumber Alley, but didn't feel like stopping at any of the stalls because we were starting to feel more hungry than shoppy. Yes, I can sentence. Instead, we headed straight to Banana Warehouse, which is an atrium area most people would describe as a food court. But go off, sis. Ah, yes, people eating food at tables. Truly riveting content on my end. Well, it wouldn't be much of a Banana Warehouse without a banana, would it? And on that note, here's what I ate. Truffle fries, truffle mayo, truffle burger. All from a place called Truffle. Nice. Bellies full, we had a quick stop at No Chaos Skate Shop before hitting a wee unknown spot called Covent Garden. They had a load of neon lighting installations, so we spent some time admiring the glowy boys suspended above us. Naturally, we took some pictures and videos as well. Oh! Dropping this here because no London video would be complete without it, and this is the RA because pretty. And here's an uncomfortable amount of B-roll featuring Charlie just trying to read her cafe concerto menu in peace. Only joking, she survived and doesn't hate me. Yet. If you're wondering, we both went crazy and got some fresh juices. Then we got some fresh tubage home. I don't even know anymore. You chose to watch this video, so don't act like you can judge me. Where was I? Ah yes, home.
Everybody looks so scary. It's because there's like underline. Good boy, now you have to wait.
Yeah. We ate some tasty pasta, which I did not film, and then went through the itinerary for the big festival day which would follow. Well, what do you have it? Through the magic of cinema, we've reached said day. A day which started with me painting my nails a subtle shade of bright yellow. Then, Charlie kindly did my makeup because I'm hopeless at it, and we soon set off for Victoria Park, where All Points East would be taking place.
Festival time, let's go!
Wow, is she a cinematographer? Don't mind me just checking my glitter status in the camera, and please don't mind our funky speed walks either. Wow, who'd have thought? Another tube stop. Followed by another, much weirder, window reflection shot. Anyway, We followed some signs to Victoria Park and found our buddy Cameron, who would be joining us for the day. Say hello to Cameron, everyone! It was a surprisingly long trek to the festival grounds, but obviously we survived. And then we queued.
Go boy!
Queue gang! Some of us for longer than others. So we've managed to get through, but Cameron has been trapped on the other side. It didn't last too long though.
Cheers.
It was still pretty early, so we naturally thought the best way to kill time was by doing this. As you can see, it's positively busted.
Popping right off.
It's well lit.
It'll get there.
It's an infinity room. I have to go in. It's an infinity room. Are you kidding me?
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
We tried to get in, but because we don't smoke, they're not letting us.
They literally said, we're targeting smokers and vapors, so you're not allowed. So with the infinity room off limits to those of us with clean lungs, we joined the queue for this Coca-Cola experience situation. And in case it needed clarifying, no, I'm not sponsored. The first challenge we all had to face was this claw machine, so I'll step back and let you watch me do my thing.
Yay! Woo! Yeah!
Now, I know what you're thinking. The machine was probably rigged to let us win because then we'd be wearing free promo for them as we walked around the festival grounds. But frankly, I just think I'm that good. The same can't really be said for the other challenges though. Coca-Cola thing done. These are our spoils.
We have acquired 2 shirts and a water bottle because we're such gamers.
I guess we were all just cogs in the machine, vessels of promo navigating a marketing sea. But hey, it was still fun. And then it was lunchtime. Me being me, I had to go Greek and nab some souvlaki.
Is it good?
You can definitely cut. And then the logical next steps were to do a little dance, and whatever this is. Followed by me being instantly shook to tears because of a surprise appearance. I didn't know the stage were gonna be here, and then I started crying. How embarrassing. Someone we were expecting to see though was Macy Peters. Believe it or not, we were singing along under those masks. So yeah, that was lovely. And here's Charlie looking cool in my glasses. You're welcome. I'm joking, of course. You're not welcome. Ha! I'm joking again. Or am I? Next up, this tent featuring the Magic Gang. Also featuring a lot of bouncing. I don't know how to end this, but yeah, that happened too. And then we found Noisy at the Firestone stage. Well, that's where the sound cuts off. So here we are, walking to Gang of Youths. Dinner time! Just wanted to hydrate. This is the bougiest water ever. In addition to the canned water, I got some snazzy goat's cheese on chips. After parting ways with the goat, I said hello to Caribou. These guys were the main act that Charlie had come to see, so naturally I documented her ascension into a higher musical realm. But sadly, Caribou overlapped with my favourites, Bombay Bicycle Club, so Cameron and I dipped early to catch the second half of their set. And yeah, you could say I had a good time.
So this song's about being carried by the people we love, so if you win someone you love, put them on your shoulders.
They also played all my favourites, so I'll let you soak in those vibes now. And that was how they closed the show. So the whole crowd made one last pilgrimage to the final act of the night, Foals. But on the way, we all started chanting the choruses we'd just heard, and it was glorious. Anyway, Foals time. They were pretty epic too. And of course, there were a few songs they had to play. As things began to wind down, we decided to get ahead of the curve and start leaving the park before it got too busy. Fortunately, it was all super organised and we had a clear, albeit human-filled, route to the underground station.
Home we go. To the home we go. Yes.
And that was the last significant thing I filmed, so it feels like a pretty neat place to leave things. After having spent so much time isolated and unable to attend events or do pretty much anything with friends, this truly was one of my more memorable festival experiences. I cherished every moment and think I will remember it more so just because of how different it was from anything I'd done in the past, well, almost 2 years. I was also glad we had even an ounce of normalcy before things got pretty dire again. But having said that, I do wish that some people had taken the pandemic side of things a bit more seriously. I mean, the whole time we were at the festival, we only saw 2 people wearing masks, aside from our group obviously. That was it, just 2. And I get that people just sort of wanted to escape and forget everything that was happening, but well, you know, you have to do that within reason considering it is still happening. We just had to take some extra precautions and that was fine for us. Apparently that was too much to ask of some people. Oh well. Anyway, I didn't come here to have a go. I wanted to share my experience with you guys because I had fun and I hope that coming along with me to relive it was sort of fun for you as well. If it was, please share the love in all the usual button pressing ways. And if it wasn't, more power to you. Fair enough. Anyway, thank you for watching and goodbye.